Hey guys, this is Drew, your host of Alluvial Adventures. I told y'all the other day I was going to go through a couple of my tackle bags. These tackle bags started life actually as small coolers, but because they was such a convenient size and shape and had enough space in them, we made them into backpack tackle bags. These are the ones we use when we're fishing in the mountains in East Tennessee or Western North Carolina or Northern South Carolina. Some pretty good streams, creeks to fish in over there. It's late in the season, so we're going to go through them and take stock, see what all we have, what we don't have, most importantly what we're going to need for next year. You hate to go and be caught short-handed, not have the right tackle that the fish are biting. So we're going to take everything out of these guys. See, like that, I saved that hook for some reason. That is a Gamakatsu number 8 octopus circle hook. Wonderful trout and salmon catcher. It'll hold those salmon eggs. Also got 2 packs of brim hooks in case we find a brim on the bed somewhere. Don't want to miss out on a fish fry, you know. Man, these probably should have done this before now. Tape measure. Tape measure, very important. A lot of places you fish have slot limits. Fish got to be up to a certain size so you can keep them. Slot limit, PLR, protected length range. If the fish is between, say, 13 and 18, you can't keep them. So tape measure comes in handy. Keep you from getting a citation from the game warden. We're going to empty all our pockets, another tape measure. Cabinets to go, in case you never heard of those guys. I can already see right now this bag is missing a pair of hemostats that are very, very handy for removing fish. Fish have swallowed the hook. Got these zoom baits. I'll explain those in just a second, why they're all dark colored. Something to wipe your fingers with. Regulation pamphlet. This is from Cherokee, North Carolina. They have a wonderful freestone trout area over there. They stock it twice a week. Wonderful place to go fishing if you're ever over in that area. Something I also noticed that I did not have in this bag that should be there, my hemostats. I also am missing my knife. There's not a knife. Like I say, these little bags they're small, they're light. You wear them just like a backpack. Very, very portable, very, very convenient. And there's 2 of them. They come in his and hers. Each one of them is a self-contained unit. We each have the same tackle. That way, if we're fishing different areas of the stream, there's no reason that we both aren't catching fish. Well, look at there. My hemostats is in somebody else's bag. Does that ever happen to you guys? Your hemostats wind up in somebody else's sack? Ziploc to keep my phone dry, or whatever else I need to keep dry. Big hemostats. Okay. Knife in this bag. Fish stringer, also very important. Well, we do plan on catching and keeping some fish. Kind of hard to do a catch, clean, and cook without the catching part. Alright guys, we're going to start on the right hand side and go to the left hand side. We've got some off Family Care Smooth and Dry Repellent. I don't wear it because I don't need it, but some people do. We have an assortment of Berkley power baits. Got a natural scent trout bait. We have the hatchery pellet trout bait, which is one of my favorites. I also have the garlic trout bait. Here we have some Potski salmon eggs. Those are the yellow jackets. We also have some Atlas Mikes, pink shrimp, salmon eggs, also a very fantastic bait. And I'm not sure about the color pink, why that is such a popular color. But if you will notice, I've got the pink Potski fire bait. I've also got the Berkley, the pink mouse tails. And I've got the pink bubblegum pink worms. And I have caught a tremendous amount of trout on these pink worms. They seem to like that color for some reason. I don't know, and the trout cannot tell me. But that's why there's multiple packs of them. And I can see I've only got 3, so I need about 3 more. Scale, just in case you may want to weigh somebody else's big fish. I have done that more than I have my own. Now, I'll touch on these guys. Anytime you're fishing over in those mountain streams, especially where the streams can get further downstream, they're a little slower, they're a little wider. They're most of the time loaded with rock bass and smallmouth bass. And these Zoom baby brush hogs, I've got the tiny brush hog and the green pumpkin. Got the critter crawl, also in the green pumpkin. And then I've got some Charlie Brewer slider 5-inch finesse worms, also in the green pumpkin. Green pumpkin is my go-to color, works most of the time, and I've never found the need to use any other color. Once again, we've got some smaller brim hooks. Sometimes the fish are in clear water, they're very, very finicky, very, very tackle shy. You've got to use a small J hook and 2 or 4 pound test to get bites. Of course, the fish aren't 8 or 10 inches long, so that small a hook will hold one. Most of the time, my go-to hook though is the Gamakatsu size 8 circle octopus hook. Get your salmon egg or your pink power worm on there. That hook gets him in the corner of the mouth or the lip, it's got him. Floats or strike indicators, whatever you want to call them, comes in handy. Keep your bait up off the bottom. I know the old saying is, if you're not getting hung up, you're not fishing hard enough, but I'm here to tell you, in a stream that is the bottom of it's entirely covered with rocks, and you get tired of re-rigging after a while. We got some spinners. Once again, I'm not sponsored by any of these guys, but keep spinners in my bag. The trout seem to love those, and so do the smaller bass. Multiple colors. Got a small Plano box. One side of the box is just full of sinkers. The other side of the box are full of smaller bass hooks. Once again, the rock bass and the smallmouth, a lot of fun to catch, pretty good to eat. So you need appropriate tackle to catch those. This is another box, little floating dry waterproof box, and it's full of spinners and small lures as well. Here we've got some of the pink trout worms, Charlie Brewer Slider B, a couple more of the Martin spinners. I've had good luck with the gold and go black and gold dots. So if I'm catching fish on those and I break one off, I do not want to have to stop fishing. So I'll go to the tackle bag, keep fishing. In here we've got a small assortment of topwater lures. All of these imitate some type of bait fish. You can see there's small hula poppers, there's small rebels, small rapalas, some of them's in a crawfish imitation, some small fish imitation. The rebel we are right there, I've had a lot of good luck with that because most of these streams are loaded with crawfish and the fish feed on those most of the time. Here we got another small dry box. You can see a lot of empty spaces in it. That's where I broke tackle off. I see a trout magnet in there, a couple of spinners. So I'm definitely gonna need more hooks. Number 8, octopus circle. Gonna need some more of the power bait pink worms. We'll need about a dozen spinners, or rooster tails, a lot of people call them. And the rooster tails are a very, very effective bait. I mean, you just throw it downstream and reel it up. Fish will jump on it like a turkey on a June bug. I mean, very, very self-explanatory, very easy to fish. So right now, probably wouldn't hurt to get some more salmon eggs. Knife. One of the bags was missing a knife. We've got to put a knife in there. That's a no-no. And we found the small pair of hemostats, so we don't have to purchase any of those at this time. Probably wouldn't hurt to get a pair of needle nose pliers and put in one of these either, just in case. Guys, I hope this helps. If y'all have any questions, please leave your questions in the comments. I promise you I will read them. I won't bore y'all with putting all this stuff back in the bag and getting it organized. I can promise you it will be organized each. I could open one of these with my eyes closed and stick my hand in there and get out what I was looking for. I know where I put them. Once again, I want to thank you guys, all my subscribers, all your comments, everything you do means the world to the channel. I appreciate y'all so much. Please be sure to hit the like, subscribe, and share button. I'm trying to get out there to reach more and more people. In the future, as I do these videos, I'm going to fish everywhere. I'm going to fish mountain streams. I'm going to fish river bottom swamps, a Reelfoot Lake, for example. Definitely going to see Reelfoot Lake in upcoming videos. Nantahala River, Conalufty River. Some fishing on the beach down on the coast of Florida where I grew up. There'll be quite a bit of that in the future. And I will try to take my time and explain why I'm going to this place, what I expect to catch, what I'm going to fish with, and then we'll see what we catch. But we're going everywhere. We're going to, we may hike 2 miles back in the Appalachian Mountains over in Cherokee National Forest to catch some small brook trout. They're 6-8 inches long. Those trout have been there since the last ice age. They're tiny, but they're wonderful trophies. We're going to fish some stock trout waters. Well, we're also going to go to some pay-to-fish facilities, and I'll explain that. There's a lot of fish. They're fun to catch. They're great to put in the freezer. And these days with the pot, this is something nobody really talks about. You've got your license. You've got just as much right to catch and keep or catch and release any fish you want to. Your license is valid just like anybody else's. There are a lot of people that participate in the outdoors, and we do put a strain on a lot of our natural resources. Turkeys, the turkey population in the southeast has declined over the past 10 years. And some of the places I hunt turkeys, I wouldn't kill one for nothing because there's just not many there. And some of the places I hunt turkeys are almost overpopulated. I go there, I tag out during the season, and I don't feel bad about that because I know I've not damaged the resource. So I can go fish those wild trout waters, catch those fish, document all that, take pictures, release them where somebody else can enjoy them. Then I'll go down 20 or 30 miles to a trout farm, and I'll fish in their pond, and I'll bring home 30 or 40 pounds of delicious rainbow trout, put in the freezer, and I have not contributed to the loss of resources that we need to leave here for future generations. I'm not saying that's what anybody else has got to do. That's just what I got to do. Sometimes it's fun just to sit in the shade, catch a few fish, not have a whole lot in it. That's going to conclude our episode for today. I hope you guys have found something here you enjoy. I do try to practice what I preach. All the preaching in the world is not any good without just a little bit of practicing. So we try to volunteer our time and help when we can and when we're asked to. We try to be a positive influence on people that in this day and age are sorely in need of a positive influence. And mainly, we sure want to enjoy all this that's out here around us, all the nature, the wildlife, the mountains, the fish, the streams, the rivers. And we want to share that with you guys. You know, we want y'all to come with us and say, okay, that's a place I would love to go to. Once again, thank you all very much. Thank you to my subscribers. I appreciate y'all more than you know. And we will see you guys on the next one.